Howdy everybody, we're back at it. Had a little lunch, had to fill that tummy up because it was growling pretty hard. And I am someone you do not want to see hungry because I get pretty hangry. So I had my meal, got my nutrients in for the day, got my calories in for the afternoon, so now I'm good to go. So what we're gonna do now is we are going to take that desk that's sitting right there and we're gonna take that up to the new building site, and that is where we're gonna keep all our records at. And I know some of you are wondering, Sawyer, are you gonna take all the stuff that's on top of it with you? And the answer to that question is no. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sorting around all this stuff. Dad, he's an idiot sometimes. Dad is just such an...
Oh, yeah, huh? Genius? Were you ready to say genius? Dad is a genius?
So we gotta take this desk, and I was just saving all the stuff on top of it for you to
Where are we going to put all this stuff?
Well, let's finish the machine shed, and then we can...
I thought you were going to build a bench. I thought there was supposed to be a bench up here. Remember that?
I thought we were going to build a bench. I don't know if I'm quite the carpenter yet to just build a workbench. I think I need some expertise.
There's no I in team, but there is in This'll Do Farm.
Yep, that drain tile's still sitting in the back of my truck. I don't know exactly why it's still in here. Kind of just showed up at my front doorstep one day, and then I didn't know what to do with it, so I threw it in the back of my truck. Do you have any idea what?
I think the idea was that having it there was a subtle hint that you should like install it somewhere, like by the retaining wall around your hog building. But that's okay, we'll just throw it in a pile and...
Communication here at This'll Do Farm is sometimes
top notch.
Subpar. But we get stuff done still, somehow. I don't know.
Carnegie class or something?
Maybe. This good enough?
Yeah.
Yep, that's good enough. Oh, a lot heavier than I thought.
Yeah.
I don't know about it. Here, come on.
Set. Jeez.
Well, we probably should get the stuff out of the desk.
Nah. Here.
Never hurts to have a skid loader, I guess. If my truck just sat a little bit lower, I think we would have got it in there. The 6-inch lift is coming to bite me in the butt a little bit too much sometimes.
No. Yeah. See, this was all part of my plan. Because now I can't get out, so you'll just have to pull it in there. But I got faith in you.
I feel like you're always 2 steps ahead of me. You know?
I know. That's why the meek shall inherit the earth, because they stay up late and change the will.
What are you doing?
Taking a leak.
There is one positive of having a dirt floor machine shed.
I'll look at this in the machine shed.
Well, I have.
Just wouldn't be right.
Okay, I might just ride back here.
Okay. I'll drive from that side.
All right. Yep, this is Duke's daily routine. Does this probably about 15 times a day. Just runs through the ditch. I think one day he hopes that he can beat us up here, but never seems to go that way. Look at those nice mat carts there. Just full, dirty. Take them in when we need to wash. Same way over here. God, you gotta love that. I feel bad for the sorry bastards that had to pull those things out. Great, great, great wheel. Get it? I push in. So we got the desk up at the building site. Are you ambitious enough right now to go get the washer and dryer, or what are you thinking?
I think we're gonna go pick up the corn check so that when we write the check for the washer and dryer, it doesn't bounce.
Well, no, it's not gonna pay for nothing because it's gonna come out of my account, not Pop's account, because this overstock check is gonna get put to use pretty well. So maybe after that we'll go get it?
Yeah.
Maybe after that we'll go get the washer and dryer. A little bit of change of plans here. We got the check for the corn that we sold. Now we gotta take this check down to Farm Credit. Because
we need all the credit we can get. So we gotta get it down there.
Good morning, everybody. Today we're up at our Site 1 barn and we're going to start chores up here like we always do. So what's going on today is Dad and I are going to go through both sites and we're going to pull pigs and spot treat pigs. There's a few gant pigs here and there. To be honest with you guys, pigs are very aggressive animals, and when they see a weak link inside their pen, they will go after that pig. Pulling that pig out of there so they can be with pigs that are, you know, relatively same size as them is a good idea.
You gonna get them, or you want me to get them?
Sure, I'll get them.
Somebody get them. You gotta get them.
Yeah, he's...
Yeah. Probably not gonna make the cut.
Right out the alley there, bud. So explain to him what we're doing.
So we've taken overstocks out, and we've thinned all the pens down, and we've left one pen in the north barn, and we're gonna go through and try to take any, what we call a suspect pig or a fallback pig, anything that's small or is that we've treated but hasn't really responded. We're taking all those pigs out because they're just gonna get beat up in the general population, because if they're timid, they don't feel good, they're too small, they're not gonna do well, and we're gonna put them in a pen by themselves, and then we'll check them daily and try to get them turned around, basically.
No, I think there's just one.
That one right there, I think we can take him out.
You've shot him before, but...
Yeah, I know. He's better than he was, but he's not great. He'll do a lot better than that.
I mean, he's tall. It's not like but he's just skinny, really skinny.
Let's take him out. What we'll probably end up doing when we get both barns sorted, we'll resort these and we'll put the smallest and worst pigs in one pen and the best in a different one. And then we'll have our fieldmen look at them, and we'll probably go through and spot treat anything that there's a reason to. Some of these pigs are just small, but some of them have something working on them. And then we'll keep an eye on them and reevaluate them and see if there's anything else we need to do for them. So as a pig farmer, it's hard because you try to do the best job you can, and then when you have to go through and you get down to a bunch, you sort out the pigs that are falling back and you get them in a pen, you think, you know, what the heck? All these pigs are the same genetics, and they're all from the best genetic lines as far as the sows and the boars, the males and the females. They were all farrowed within probably, I'd say with this, probably what, 10 days of each other. So best genetics, best environment, best feed, and yet when you go through these pens, you'll see there's pigs that are way better than all the rest, and then there's pigs that are smaller or are doing poor, or you get some that they don't even make it. You come in here and you find a pig that dropped over dead, and you're like, why? Why'd that happen? There's a multitude of things that can happen. They can get sick, they can get they can get pneumonia, they can get parasuis, they can get PRRS, there's all kinds of diseases that show up in pigs just like show up in people. But then the other side of it is genetics play a big role in it. Even though they're all the same genetic lines, the genetics don't express themselves the same way, and you get some pigs that they got dealt a poor hand. They've got something wrong with them genetically. They're predisposed of having a weaker immune system or having some kind of genetic problem with their legs or their intestines. And what happens is they end up falling back, and some of them you never can get turned around, and they're just going to end up as dead pigs is what's going to happen. And we try to do everything we can for them, but at the end of the day, genetics play a big role in what you end up with in the end. So, you know, some people are going to say, I'm sure as a reaction to that, they're going to say, well, the reason that you've got these pigs that are falling back or that are sick or that don't eat or getting small is because you're raising them inside, you're raising them in these buildings, and if they were outside, then they'd be fine. Well, I can about guarantee you, if we raised pigs outside, we sure wouldn't have any fallback pigs. And I know that for a fact because I am the tail end of a generation that grew up where we still raise pigs outside. So my dad finished pigs outside clear up until I was pretty little when we moved our sows and our pigs from outside to inside. So I got in on the tail end of that. There weren't any fallback pigs, and the reason's because when you had a sow that farrowed outside, one, she probably only had a litter of maybe 8 pigs to start with, but any of those pigs that were small or sickly or had some kind of an issue, they never made it to a feeder pig. They never made it to a pig that you were going to finish out because the environment that they were in and the diseases that they faced and the conditions they were in, those pigs just didn't make it, so you never had them to start with. This really gets back to this idea of what we're doing. So we're pretty much showing you about every day what we're going through in these buildings and what our daily ritual is and how we take care of our pigs. I don't see very many people out there that are pasture finishing or open front finishing that are showing you on a day-to-day basis what they're doing. I see a lot of pictures and videos of sows farrowing in a field and the sun's shining and they've got alfalfa and they put them in there and it looks wonderful. A pig is like a shovel with 4 legs. They don't show you what it looks like when those sows farrow and you get a 3-inch downpour and the weather turns and it's 45 degrees at night. They don't show that video, and they don't show the video when the pigs are knee-deep in mud because they've rooted away all the sod and they're left with what they've got. They don't show you those conditions because that doesn't paint a very pretty picture. They want you to believe that this is how it always is. We can walk through a building that's empty, that doesn't have pigs in it, that's brand new, and boy, this is great, and we can walk you through it when we've sorted all the pigs and we've gotten ready to load pigs and there's not one sick pig, skinny pig anywhere. We're in this to show you the reality of what we do, and the truth is that the best job you can possibly do, you can't overcome Mother Nature and genetics and just the luck of the draw when it comes to some of these pigs.